Here's the preview of the Baylor at Butler women's soccer game, which will be played on September 3rd at noon on Flow Sports. But there's also live stats as well. And I don't know the weather for this, what's going to happen in terms of weather, like if it's going to be bad weather or not. So I can't predict that in the future here. But I'm going to say that Butler is 2-3 overall with their wins against IUPUI and Illinois State. They lost to Virginia Tech. They lost to Western Michigan. They lost to number 12 Notre Dame. So, just an FYI. And I know Butler has used like 4 defenders, 2 midfielders, 4 forwards twice, and 3 defenders, 4 forwards, and 4 midfielders, 3 forwards once, and 4 defenders, 4 midfielders, and 2 forwards twice. So what are some players to keep an eye on? Obviously, their goalie Anna Pierce, number 0, 5'9" goalie. That's a sophomore, 1 goal allowed and 11 saves. And they actually have played a backup some, but hasn't played. But she's given up like 7 goals and 4 saves. I don't know. And Emma Moore, number 1, 5'8" goalie. That's a junior. I don't know if she's going to even play because giving up that many is a lot. So I know, and I'm going to put the stats in the description below so y'all could see it. But some notable players are, for sure, Nora Jacobman, number 8, 5'9" forward. That's a freshman, 3 goals and 11 shots attempted and 1 assist. So that's just an example right there. Alexia Whitaker, number 12, 5'4" forward. That's a junior, 1 goal and 12 shots attempted. Talia Sommer, number 18, 5'5" forward. That's a sophomore, 3 goals and 9 shots attempted and 1 assist. And I believe, she had 3 goals last game against IUPUI, by the way. So, yeah, that's a note right there. And that's all the. Becky Dean, number 9, 5'4" midfielder. That's a senior, 3 shots attempted and 2 assists. That's the only reason why I mentioned her is 2 assist number, to be honest. So that's the main ones to keep an eye on. Though granted, there are more players, I know. I'm just saying the most dangerous. Now, you're coming off of a 3-0 win against Louisiana Tech. But I know one thing. Michelle Leonard was not happy about the consistency. You got to be more assertive around the 18-yard box. Around the box on offense. And I know you got to be better against counterattacks. Yes, you got lucky. Not really lucky. It's just fortunate that the other team didn't score. But you got to be better. In terms of take care of the ball on your own. A few passes here and there that they could have scored and they didn't. And you're 2-1-1 now. Yeah, and sometimes you don't want to be indecisive either when you're around the box. You had some really good goals last game. And you do need to execute your corner kicks better than last game, I would say, just to make it easier on yourself to score if you draw a corner. Yeah, most of the opportunities they had, like in the last game, like Louisiana Tech did, came from counterattack moments in the midfield, sloppy turnovers, and she did say we will be punished for that if we continue to make those mistakes in the midfield. But our defense did its job, so it's really the midfield needs to clean it up, as you could tell. And Tyler Isrick scored in the game. Ashley Merrill as well. And somebody else. I don't. Let me go check on the stats for last game real fast. Jenna Patterson scored as well. So yeah, and you created some good opportunities, and you could have been up more, and you only scored like within the last 2 minutes in the first half. But in the second half, in the first, of course, in the 56th minute, you scored again, and in the 65th minute, you scored again. So yeah, I will say it's good to see that you have more shots than the opponent, and you got to continue that. Of course, you want to make it harder for them to score. Don't allow so many counterattacks. Don't have sloppy turnovers. I mean, you don't want to, and make them turn the ball over on their own side of the field, where they're defending that. Obviously, and you had like 11 shots on goal out of 18, and losing attack only had 7 shots period, but 3 of those were on goal, and only one in the second shot in the second half period. So, and you had 11 corners, so you got to keep that up. I like that number right there, and allowing only 3. But granted, we don't want to give up that many corner kicks, if any. So, yeah, just got to clean it up a bit from the last game. Like I said, on being more assertive around the 18-yard penalty box. Of course, you don't want the officials to dictate the game on one back call. It cost you the game. You gotta have no doubt, making no doubt on this. I mean, don't allow referees to make one back call and then it really totally affects the game because of that. You gotta find a way to overcome that as well. I mean, you gotta find a way to play well, and you dealt with the hostile crowd before, like in Texas A&M, and do good against them, and you almost beat them at their place. I mean, it's the truth. So you gotta have that mental toughness. You gotta stay ready in case there is a delay or anything like that. And of course, against speed players, you gotta be really ready for that. I mean, don't get beat one-on-one. Don't allow any clear shots for the opponent, and try to get some more shots than the opponent. Of course, you got to come up with saves, and you did last game. I mean, 3 of those, and you even blocked some shots, shot attempts that did not even get close, like with the leg. I mean, it hit like the back of your jersey or even the legs, and of course, deny some some of those passes got deflected. So you got to win the second ball, not just the first, but the second, because sometimes winning the second ball really helps down the line. You got to be solid defensively. You got to be not allowing a lot of counterattacks, if any. And of course, you want to get some counterattacks on your side of the field to create some chances in the game. So that's just some of the keys right there. And of course, you're probably watching film on how Butler plays. Take their strengths away. That's simple. And like I said, stop those goal scorers as much as possible up to this point in the year. Anyways, if you like this content, like and subscribe, and see you guys later. 5 subscribers. We're on the road to it. Let's go.